आज हम लोग बनाएंगे एक सिंपल सा मिनी प्रोजेक्ट जो कि होगा सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में यूजिंग टू डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स, वन इज क्यू एंड अदर वन इज लिंक लिस्ट। तो ये है वो मिनी प्रोजेक्ट, रेलवे रिजर्वेशन सिस्टम यूजिंग लिंक लिस्ट एंड। तो मैं इसे भी पूरा कोड करके दिखाऊंगा कैसे करना है। ज़्यादा बड़ा है नहीं, मिनी प्रोजेक्ट आप इससे कर सकते हो अपने कॉलेज में। जस्ट 250 लाइंस का है और इसके साथ मैं आपको गिटहब का लिंक प्रोवाइड करूँगा जिसमें कि मेरा ये कोड और इससे रिलेटेड पीपीटी भी होगा। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। सो chosen language which is C, not C++. C. So let's get started. So first of all, we have to include certain things like okay, we have defined size as 5. It is just like the maximum number of seats which can be reserved at a time, or the total capacity of the train. Maybe it's up to you. You can change like 15 or 10 or anything. For simplicity, I'm considering it as 3. Okay, let's proceed further. So the first thing, see, देखो हम लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं। आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू द होल प्रोग्राम। ओके, सो हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं, लिंक लिस्ट क्रिएट करेंगे पहले हम लोग। तो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज वी विल क्रिएट अ लिंक लिस्ट ऑफ नोड्स। सो बेसिकली आवर नोड इज द पैसेंजर डिटेल्स। ओके, सो फर्स्ट वी विल क्रिएट अ नोड तो हम लोग का नोड क्या करेगा, रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर, एक रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर होगा और क्या एज होगा, नेम होगा। तो नेम इज एन कैरेक्टर array of like 20 characters. ओके, और एज वी नो इन लिंक लिस्ट, अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो मैं बता देता हूँ। एज ऑफ लिंक लिस्ट वी आर गोइंग टू लिंक आवर नोड टू द नेक्स्ट नोड. ओके, सो इट्स अ टाइप ऑफ सेल्फ रेफरेंशियल स्ट्रक्चर. सो इट्स struct node and pointer to the next node. Okay, it will contain the pointer to the next node and we will name it as node as it is a type def structure. Okay, so this is basically our node. What we are going to do is we will create a linked list. Okay, we will add 3 features into our program. One will be reservation. Wait, let me show you. Our program will do certain operations like see reserve a ticket, cancel a booking, display passenger. Okay, so for reserving a ticket we will create a node. For cancel a booking we will remove a node, and we are also having one feature of waiting list in our project. Okay, so for waiting list we are using the queue obviously. So let's move further. Okay, so what are the functions we are using in this project? Okay, prototype of every function. Okay, so starting from first one over here, create. Okay, create is going to be a function. but create function we are not going to call create function in our main function. Okay, we are going to, when we are opting for reservation, we are going to call a function called reservation, okay, which will return an integer. And this reservation function will call the create function. That's it. Okay, now for cancellation, so cancel. Let me remove this. Okay, we got some space. So now what? Cancel reservation. Now display function. Okay, so void display function. This is our display function. So what? Cancel reservation create. Okay, so we are going to have the waiting list feature also. So there may be, we must require a queue for these waiting list people. So when someone whose ticket is reserved or confirmed, if he cancels the ticket, then the people waiting in the queue will get their tickets confirmed. So two functions for that, enqueue and dequeue. तो हमें इतने फंक्शंस काम आने वाले हैं अपने इस प्रोग्राम में। तो फिर हम शुरू करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले मेन फंक्शन, ओके, एक बार रेफरेंस। So basically print what you want to do: reserve a ticket, cancel, or display passenger, and fourth one is exit, upon which the code will exit. Okay, so scanf %d. Okay, let's move further, which is obviously switch case, switch ch. Okay, ch case 1 is going to be okay. Now case 1 is what? Reserve a ticket. So for reservation, if we reserve a ticket, then we will make it as booked. So we need a status, and status which is going to be integer type. Okay, so here we left some space. Int status, which is initially 0. Okay, so now in case 1, status is equal to reserve, and we will also give some, see what our reservation, reserve, it's not reserve, reserve, we reserve, so it will require a node. Okay, so it will require the reserve function requires a node. So basically we have to declare a node also over here, which is going to be start. That should be a globally declared variable. Okay, so now we are going to declare some globally declared variable over at the top. So here it is. So some globally declared variable So our reserve function is being called over here. So let's write
solid. I'm hollow. There's nothing behind my eyes. I'm a negative of a person.
So now we got the last node. We are at the last node of the our temp is pointing to the last node of the linked list. So now we going to create a new node. So new node, as we have already declared, is equal to, we will use the malloc function. Hope you guys know what this function does. See, malloc function is basically used to allocate memory to a given node. In this case, a node. We are going to allocate some memory to a new node. So size of node. Now, as we have allocated memory for a new node, now we need to get the details. So so if num is less than equal to size, which we have declared above, we have defined the size. If it is, then num plus plus. In case num is less than size, that means we are all having vacant seats, so we will book a ticket. Registration number equal to num. So here we are using num as a registration number. Now temp next is equal to new node, and we will return from this. Else for else, it means we are going to, else part means the train is already full, so we are going to enqueue that to the node we created. We are going to enqueue it in the queue. So enqueue node return. We will then return from this and this else and this. So basically our reserve function is done. So this is our reserve function. Let's copy, cut and paste it over here. Okay, so this is our reserve function. Give some space. So now this reserve function is calling two functions. You can see first that create start function and another one here enqueue function. So one by one we are going to write these functions also. So as the create function is also having same code as of reserve function, so we are going to copy it. What we have written over malloc till malloc we have written. So now registration number one, name, input, age, input, and we will make start as new and new dot next is equal to null and num plus plus. Simple code. I hope you all know this because we have done it in the last function, see here printf name scanf and header code is there. So let's move further. Now reserve is done, create is done. So what else was this calling? This was calling enqueue. So leave enqueue and dequeue for now. We will do it in the last. So let's get back to the main function. Okay. So in the main function, so the initial thing is done, case 1 reserve function is done. So what else? See if status equals 0, that means the booking is full and we are on the waiting list. So tab basically waiting list, and it is going to be count. Else if the booking is not full, then enjoy your journey and we will break from that. So just paste it, everything is fine. See, I will explain you. See, if status is equal to 0, that means the maximum number is reached. In this case it's 3, so the booking is full, you are adding to the waiting list and we are giving the waiting list as count. And if not, then booking successful in your journey, we gave them the registration number. Okay, now case 2. Let's move to case 2. Not this. Oh, case 2. So what was in the case 2? We were going to cancel. Okay. So first of all, we need the registration number of the ticket which we are going to cancel. Okay. So printf obviously backslash. The registration number to be cancelled. Scanf %d So for this we have to declare this registration number. Okay, so let me declare it, which is initially 0. I am declaring some more variables which we are going to use further. Status is equal to 0. So and one more choice. Choice status cancellation. Why is this C? It's choice, not C. So start will be considered as null for time. These three things are null, choice, status, cancel, few things, and the choice, status, cancel. So not here, do it. So I am REG. We took the registration number from the user, and we will pass this only if we will check if registration is greater than. That means the registration number the user gave is more than the number of tickets booked, that in that case it's an invalid. Printf invalid. What else? Cancel registration. So we have called this function cancel. So now let us write the function which is cancel. So cancel function, where is the cancel function? Enq, deq. See, this is the cancel function. This one, not too long. So cancel. It will return an integer and it will take a value which is registration. So now node star ptr, star ptr, star new. So these are the 3 pointers which we will require in this. So ptr equals start. Okay, basically the ptr will traverse any pre-ptr will follow it. So if we come across the desired registration number, then the pre-ptr is used to link the, if we delete a node from a linked list, then we have to link the previous node to the next node of the node which is deleted. So these 3 pointers are used. So ptr start dptr, which is going to be null for time being. If starts equals null, we will check. These are the basic edge cases. In case the user is not a good person, he wants to crash our program. So we will check if ptr.next is equal to null and registration number is matched. If any of them become false, then our program will not continue. So if both are true, then only we are going to decrease the value of them and free ptr. So we will free this, as it doesn't require any space as we are deleting it, then return from it as one. Okay, now else. So for else part, we know that both the cases are not true, then we will go to the else part. So for else part, we will use a while loop. Registration number is not equals to reg, and next equals to null. If this is the case, then obviously pre-ptr is equal to ptr and ptr is equal to ptr arrow next. So basically we link that tptr. You can see that means we are incrementing one by one step. That's it. Nothing so hard this. So last if statement, if ptr equals null and ptr arrow registration is not equal to ig. So in case, as you can read the statement of this, if ptr is equal to null or the registration number did not matches, did not matches. In this case, we are left with nothing, and we will return -1. Else ptr arrow next is equal to ptr arrow next. This is what I said, that we are going to link the previous to the next. So basically, and then pre-ptr for the waiting list we are going to tq, as we know that if we delete some node from the reserved list, so then the person waiting in the waiting list or in the queue will get its ticket confirmed. So we are doing that only while pre-ptr next is not equals in this case pre-ptr equals to pre-ptr and next. Pre-ptr next. While loop ends, and finally we reach to the last. Pre-ptr arrow next equals new. Minus and return 1. And this is what we call our cancel function. Just paste it here for the main function. So how many functions are left? We did the cancel function, reserve function, create and reserve done, cancel done. Now include, dequeue and display. So let us now do the display function first. Let me see where it is. The display function. What display small function? I'm not going to type this one. It's a simple function. Say void display. We will create a node with pointer known as temporary. Not temporary, it's temp. So temp we will put it at start. Then we will traverse to the linked list till we reach to the null. So while temp is not equal to null, printf registration number, this temp arrow registration number, name as temp arrow name, and we will make temp as temp very next. So just copy and paste it. So display function is also done. Now enqueue and dequeue. Before writing that enqueue and dequeue function, let's complete our main function, which is at the case 2 cancel registration, which we have done. Okay, so cancel registration else part. Now we as the cancel, see here, it is returning an integer. See, in successful it's returning 1, if unsuccessful it's returning -1. So we will check if what we are going to check. We are going to check if cancel equals to -1, then something was wrong. So we will print access and registration number invalid. Invalid exclamation mark, and that's it. Else, if this is not the case, then obviously printf registration cancel successful D /n, and now 20 read from this case. So now case 3. Case 3 is simple display as we know. Display passenger is written. Case 3 display. I think just display. Display. Case 4, which is going to be exit 0, and when default, if none of the above options are selected, then printf invalid input. No, wrong. Choice. This is the end of our main function. Okay, so now we will write the enqueue and dequeue function. So now we are left with just two functions, that is enqueue and dequeue. Let us write enqueue, which will have an input as a root, which we call okay. Basically what I have done, if rear is equal to null, what is the rear? If rear is equal to null, then rear is a new node, and rear.next is equal to null. It's simple. Enqueuing, if we have read the data structures in C, that enqueue dequeue function, what we do, we just add a new node in the last. This is what we are doing. Else if, not if, just else, but if it's not what I have done here is, see if this is not the case, if array is not equal to null, okay, that means we have to create, then also we are creating a node, then we are creating a temporary node, and we will put the value, put it as a new node. So we will make temp is equal to new node, and here arrow next is equal to temp, and temp arrow next is equal to just adding a new node. Okay, and now dq. So for declaration as front to 1, yes, front to 1, because we already declared a node front 1 is equal to front. If null, then return. If no element in the queue, then how will you dequeue anything? So return null. Else what will we do? So we will decrease the count for sure. Then we will check if front arrow next is not equals to null. Then front is equal to front arrow next. So if front arrow next is equal to null, is not equal to null, then front is equal to front arrow next, and front 1 arrow next is equal to null. Then we will return front 1 from this. Now in the else part, return from 1. So we are done with our program. See, everything has been written. The total number of lines of this code is not much. Yeah. So now I will run it. So now it's time to compile. We'll say if there is an error. It must be error-free code. See this, the code is running properly. I'm not running it by giving the inputs because it will take more time and the video is going already long. So thank you, and I will give the link of this full project including the presentation, PPT, everything. I will give the link of my GitHub if you can get it from there. So thank you.